Hey, babes. I was about to say, I'm so used to saying like good morning to y'all on a Monday morning. It is not morning, it is afternoon. And I was not planning to go live this afternoon, because as you guys probably saw, I went live earlier today with Bissy McGregor, but I just got a message from Nishaea Richardson, who is in the group and who is also in the Brandon and Books Academy. She is an alum from the Accelerator. And Nishaea, what did your message to me say?
It said, Nikki, I got my first $2,000 paid in full client.
Yes. Yes. So I wanted to bring Nishaea on here so that we could celebrate with her. Guys, help me celebrate. Chat it, like put it in the chat. Help me celebrate with her. Because guys, paid in full is a big deal. It is, and Nishaea has other programs too. You have a $10,000 program as well, right?
Yep.
And your $2,000 program, you have a payment plan.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that in just a moment. But okay. A lot of times when we have a higher priced offer, our default is to assume that somebody's going to pay on the payment plan. Right? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Have you felt that? Have you thought that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
And like tell people what you do.
As far as the invoicing or
no. What is your business?
Oh, I'm a financial coach.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what are you helping people to do?
Get control of their money. Yeah. And create a plan so that they can get out of debt and build their savings and all the fun money stuff that nobody wants to do. So money is like a sensitive topic on my calls. So doing the paid in full versus payment plan is usually like, where is this going to go?
Yes. So I know that, especially for you, like, I remember when we first were coming up with your offers and your programs, and I was like, I think you should have a paid in full option. What went through your head when I said that at this price point?
It's like, who's going to pay that? Like, yeah, like it just seems like if somebody's coming to me to talk about their money problems, more than likely they're not going to have the money to pay in full, which is not the case at all.
You found that out today.
I did. She was like super ready to pay. Like she's like, oh, let me just move from my savings to my checking. Okay. Okay. Works for me.
Yeah. So let's just talk for a minute about tell everybody about what happened. Like, how did this sale happen?
Well, I asked her how she found me because she's not someone that I communicate with on Facebook. But she booked the call and, she did all my prep work. She did my questionnaire. She watched my power page and responded to my email. She did everything. And she showed up to the call and she was like ready. But she was someone who had actually searched me, like search financial coach. And she said I popped up prominently as a financial coach, somebody who's a financial coach. And she said she, looked at my stuff and she was like, oh, she looks like somebody I want to work with.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
So you said that she searched you. She searched financial coach and you popped up prominently.
Yes.
So do you do like SEO stuff? Like keyword stuff on like your website, any of that?
I guess, yeah. I have like budgeting, money management. Yeah, I guess I do have, yeah, because it's all based around money and finance and budgeting and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you do some of that. But the other thing that you do, and I have watched you do this, is you show up consistently every week online on your posting. You do lives every week. Like you are, and I watch even with those, you are using keywords that, like you were just saying, for financial coach, for the topics that somebody who would need your services are looking for. Because we spend a lot of time talking about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Messaging.
Messaging. Even on your pages, it's very clear what you help people with. So somebody who is searching for you, it would be very easy for them to find you. So I wanted to just say that, because that's one of the reasons that I'm sure she was able to find you, even though you said she's not somebody who is would normally be who you were talking to, or who would be just in your audience.
Yep.
So, okay. All right. So that she told you she found you that way. So then what happened?
And then I pretty much just like did a brief of synopsis of what she put on her form, and then asked her to go into further details about, what's happening as to where she feels like she needs money management and budgeting and all of that stuff. So, she shared like her recent divorce and all this stuff, and how she makes really good money, but she just money just gives her anxiety, and she has no plan, and she can spend, but she's not someone who can actually, create a plan to say, I need to do something different with this money. So she's ready to pay off some debt, save, and start planning for retirement. She's self-employed and she doesn't have any retirement. So, those are a few of her goals that she wants to work on. So then after that, I just let her know how I could support her. I explained my year program, and then I explained my 3-month program. And she's like, well, I want to do the 3-month. I want to do the year, but let's start with the 3-month. So I really didn't even recommend one for her. She just she just decided on her own, which was fine with me. And then so I asked her if she had questions. We went through that. And then after that, I said, how would you like to take care of the investment? And she goes, well, do you do invoice? And I'm like, no, could you pay now? And she goes, oh yeah. She goes, let me get my card. And then she just said, hold on a second, let me make a transfer. And then she just paid while we were on the call. And then we booked her session, and it was just easy peasy. Like, it was just too easy. And I loved it.
Oh my gosh. So there were a few things there. So one, the fact that she was somebody who, I think that for you, a lot of the, like we've talked about the fact that a lot of the people who have been reaching out to you before, or who, like you've said, you've been challenged with, are people who maybe didn't have the funds, or, weren't ready to invest. And I know that you want to help we want to help everybody, right? But everybody may not be at a point where they're financially ready to invest. And so it makes us feel like nobody's ready to financially invest, or nobody who's watching us is ready to financially invest.
Right.
But sometimes we don't think about that there are people who still have the problem that we solve, but they just might have it at a higher level. She's one of those people.
Yep.
So, and those are the people who are the paid in full, and who are like, oh no, I have the money to invest. Right. But I still need your help.
Yeah. Which was like it was just a different vibe and energy in my other calls. It's like I explained to you, like I could see the difference in, I don't want to say energy, but everything was just different compared to other people, some of the other people that I speak with, because you can see like the worry in their face as they're thinking about investing this money. Like, how am I going to find the money? Where her, it was just like, great, now I finally can take control, like finally I can put my money to something that's going to help me, control the money that I do have. So, you can just see it differently. Like she was ready and she knew that she needed the support and she could afford it. It was just she needed someone to help her get there. Where the other people, they know they need the support, but they also feel like, I don't know how I'm going to afford this. And there's a lot of worry and just, you know, a different vibe on the call. So, yeah.
But also, she was, like you said, that she moved money around. She was moving money around. So sometimes I think that's another thing. Like sometimes it's just like, and you waited with her. Like she was like, okay, how can I make this work? Like, how can I find the money? Like, how can I find it to put it together?
Yep.
Because I know this is important to me. So how can I find it to be able to invest this right now?
Yeah.
So you said that this was easy.
It was.
And you also said she asked about invoice.
She did, which is normally something that I say yes to, and it has not worked in my favor in the past. And it was right on time because we just had our Q&A for the Academy last night, and this topic came up. And, you know, we just got on the topic of my sales calls, and I'm like, I feel like I'm doing everything good. I feel confident, but this is what's happening. And you're like, why are you invoicing? We don't invoice. If they want it, they either, you know, do the deposit or, you know, you take a payment. We're not invoicing. So, you know, I think I know what it was. It was just like, you know, I want to be able to support, but I also understand that I'm running a business and I need to make sure that the time that I'm putting in and what we're talking about, we're actually, you know, like closing the deal and not, you know, going through this cycle of, oh, I'm not going to do it anymore. I got off the call. Now I'm not going to invest the money. So that was what was happening. And now I know that because I would have said, yes, I invoice, and who knows if I would have heard from her again. So,
yeah. I think something else too, when you were telling me that, when you sent me that message that you got the sale, and something else that came up last night when we had the Q&A call was this whole topic of people not telling you that they couldn't afford it. And on your calls, and what did we talk about with that? And then what did you do today? Earlier.
Saying what's on my mind. First of all, saying what I want to say, like, because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, you just told me all this stuff, and now you're telling me you can't afford this investment. If you stop doing that, then you could afford this, you know? But the other thing was, I wasn't actually like taking the time to like walk them through the process of how they could afford it. Which is something that I did today on my post, is broke it down like, this is a solution right here. This, everything may not apply, but you can see where this fits in and how you can afford it. And the other thing was also letting people know what the investment is before they get on the call with me, so that it's not a surprise. Like, oh, I didn't know it was going to be that much. I need to save for it. And it's, you know, and I wasn't doing enough of that, like posting my prices and then also breaking it down where people can see like, okay, it is something that I could actually afford, you know, if they're not someone who can just transfer money from their savings to their checking.
Yeah. And I was telling you before we went live that I think that was what, even though you didn't have to go through that with this particular client for her to be able to pay you, I think just you saying what you really wanted to say earlier today, release that, flip that switch for you and shifted the energy for you to allow for this client to come.
You're right.
And I think that is just going to open it up for many more of her to come to you. So I'm so excited for you. Like I told you when the message came through, I was like, just cheering for you. And so I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy for you. And I just know there's so many more that are, this is going to open it up for you. from now
Mm-hmm.
on. Anything else that you want to share? Anything else that you want to say to anybody who might be watching this?
Yeah, like don't get discouraged when you see everyone else doing the thing that you feel like you should be doing. Like, oh, they got a $10,000 client. Why is it not working for me? I'm doing this and nothing's happening. You know what I mean? Like, I was in that space for a little while. And then it was also like, oh, then it was also seeing that people are doing it who are kind of like starting out around the same time as me. And it's like, then it also made me feel like, okay, I know I can do it because they're doing it. So it was like motivation and a little bit of, oh, why is it not happening for me? But you know, just stay consistent, stay the course, and just stay positive and grateful for the things that are happening right. And then all the other stuff will just fall into place when it is time, like when it is your time, because I can truly say that I probably wasn't ready for an actual client a couple of months ago. Like there's a lot of things that I put into place over the last few months to where now, like scheduling that call, like I have so much stuff automated that I don't have to worry about, is she going to get that email? Is this going to happen right? You know, where I didn't have that stuff in place before. So I think that was good because I really wasn't ready for what I wanted, even though I felt like I was. So yeah, like it just, you know, don't get discouraged. Like, you know, this is only the beginning. So I'm like just so excited for the rest to happen. And even if, which this is not the case, but even if I don't get another client for like another month or so, I was able to do this. So I'm just like super excited. Like,
And
yay.
that's not the case, because
That,
that's not the case. And you're going to go celebrate today.
yes, I'm gonna get me some Texas Roadhouse, which is my favorite. Too bad I can't put the margarita in a cup to go, but I'm gonna get takeout Texas Roadhouse and a bottle of wine, and I'm just gonna not do anything else for the rest of the night. I'm gonna chill.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be celebrating with you.
Yay!
So, yes. So I will be cheersing it up for you. Um, yeah. So y'all help me celebrate Nishaea. Put all the fire emojis, the hearts, the all of the celebration emojis in the in the comments for her. Because that just, the more you do that, it just means yours is next. Who's got next?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. Thank you, Nishaea. Thank you for sharing. When we do this, it just, hopefully it inspires the next person to do the same and know that theirs is coming.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.